What's going on, everybody? And the Phillies are back. And the Phillies are back. Um, Phillies lose 8-4 to the Cubs and miss opportunity to win back-to-back games against a really good opponent. The Phillies, they were up on one of the better teams in baseball. And yes, Abel had his worst outing that he's had, but then goes to follow it up with Banks, Walker, Ross, and then Carlos Hernandez, right? Um, because they had to, because that's all they have, because they haven't gone and made any moves. And this is what you get, right? You get an 8-4 whooping. You were up in what was it, the fifth? They were up. App had a hell of a game. But it's just another night where the offense shuts it down, bats can't get going, and we just get to witness mediocre baseball, bat after bat after bat. Um, Welcome everybody to It's a Wrap Sports Network. It's the fighting final, and again, Phillies lose. Phillies lose. Um, yeah, let's get into it. We got some comments already coming in. Nooms, what's going on, man? Anyone who thought the Phils are pulling out of it when they tried to give away tried to give it away the game three different times is a damn fool. Yeah, no, this team is who they are. Nooms, um, it's Steve, right? I'm pretty sure it's Steve, right? Steve to Steve, what's going on, dude? Um, no, this team and they're probably going to be carried to what? What am I thinking now? 90 wins because of the starting pitching rotation minus Luzardo right now. And then, you know, the cast of Trey Turner, Schwarber, Nick Castellanos, and Bryce Harper when he gets back will probably carry this team to that and get you to the playoffs, wild card, and disappoint you. So Heaton Anthony and Carson DeMartini can't get here soon enough if they're ready. Yeah, need the bats. Need the bats. How did you feel Kemp looked tonight over at third versus last night? Last night he was great. Tonight, not so much. Is the stage going to be too big for Otto Kemp consistently? Hubert, Racing Stable, Gaffney's Racing Stable. What's going on? Thank you for tuning in. We're back. I can hear the sarcasm, Hubert. The same old situation. Same old baseball and chain. This manager must go. Schwarber unplugged. Stott needs a vacation. DFA Ross Hernandez. Yeah, no, and I'm starting to feel like is it Rob's to fault? I mean, yeah, he he's the guy who's putting what he has out there, but this is all he has. This is what he has to work with, and it's not the best. It's not the best to work with, but yeah, I'm with you. Same old, same old. Abel, worst game. What's going on, Star Wars? How you doing tonight, man? Yeah, gave up three dingers, three solo shots. Well, let me pull it up on what do we got here? What was his let's look at his let's look at his 4 innings pitched, 6 hits, three earned runs, three walks, three strikeouts, the 89 pitches, 2.35 ERA. Yeah, those, thank goodness there wasn't anybody on base. Um during those during those shots. But how I gotta ask you this: how does he bounce back? That's what's important in his next start. Can he bounce back? Can he show that he's MLB ready, or is this tonight going to be what 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 ruins him? Joe Hale, what's going on tonight? Horrible loss. Yeah. When you're up in, it was the fifth, right? Yeah. They were up in the fifth. They took the 4-3 lead. And then and then right after Chicago, who hit the home run in the sixth? Hap. He had 2 dingers tonight. He played great. He got that 2-run shot off of I think it was Walker, right? Yeah, bad loss. Bad loss, Joe. Double play, equal week on the bench. It's getting old. Yeah, it's when there's a guy on first, you can feel it coming. You can feel it coming, Hubert. Double play. They lead the league, right? Yep. Michael, what's going on tonight? Well, the bats were bad last night for 9 innings, even though the Phillies had a decent amount of hits, but just 2 runs. Yeah. No, I mean last night it was exciting, right? That's you know, Pat was on, finishing his long stretch of games, calling games. Did good, did well. He was motivated. He was positive, and then but it shouldn't take good bunts to be what gets what gets us going. But yeah, no, the bats are the problem. And to go back to Noom's comment, Keaton Anthony and Carson DeMartini need those bats to come up. Kemp sucked today. Yeah, it looked like the stage was too big. What'd he go? 0 for 4 to go with Bryson Stott, who went 0 for 4, and Schwarber 0 for 5, who had what, 3 strikeouts? Yeah, bad. This team has 0 chance at 90 wins. You can't have 90 wins in the cellar. They will be cellar by August. Yeah, and if they don't go and get moves, they don't go and make moves, which I don't see Dombrowski doing that. I feel like they should have traded the prospects for proven players when the prospects were at the top of their game. I mean, Kemp could have been traded. Abel could have been traded. He had an off night now. Now your teams are gonna. I mean, if he is a trade piece, teams are going to be looking at his 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 performance in his next showing. Is he going to be able to bounce back, or is he just a double A, triple A pitcher? Painter had an off night for the Iron Pigs. He went 5 innings, 8 hits, 6 earned runs. Kemp off night. So all these trade pieces that you had that you could have used to get proven commodity, Dombrowski isn't doing it, and personally I don't see him doing it. Joe, I wonder with Marsh hurt, does Crawford come up next week? Well, I think Crawford himself is dealing with an injury. I think he's dealing with a quad injury. So another player who probably should have been called up a little bit ago, a while ago, Crawford. Because now look, dealing with that quad injury, and it sucks that Marsh went out. I think he said left elbow, might have been a right elbow, but I think I read left elbow. He was having a good night, 2 for 2. Um, had a single and a double. I don't know if having some of these guys called up. Bohm, another guy, 3 for 4 tonight. He looked good. He had a single. He had 3 singles. And 2 RBIs. Did the call up? Did Kemp coming up here getting called up put a fire under him, or is he just waking up? He had a few good plays over there at first too. but it sucks. It sucks that Marsh got hurt. Michael, will Marsh hurt his elbow? Now I'm wondering if Crawford will come up. But yeah, no, we'll see. We'll see how serious the quad injury is that he's dealing with. Walker got the loss. Yeah, yeah, he deserves it. He gave up that home run to Hap. Give up the lead. He deserved to get the loss. Abel trade Riley crash after a crashed like a diluted. Yeah, unless he can show he can bounce back, but the bats aren't going to be able to help him. The bats aren't going to be helping him. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Here we go. Let's not sugarcoat this, as the Phillies caught lightning when Robbie took over for Girardi, and since then, down, down, down. Yeah. Yeah. He took over Girardi's squad and brought it down. Brought it down. And this is what we get. I'm not a big run it back sort of guy either. You need new blood, you need new life in the locker room, in the dugout. You need new voices, you just need new faces to get things going. And I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think with the way that Schwarber is at while Harper is out, does Schwarber need to go back to leading off? Do you guys think that could help Schwarber wake up? Because I'll be honest right now, can't even rely on Schwarber. It's June. He was making big plays, big hits early on when the weather was cold. Now that the weather's hot, he's dying off. Where's he at now? What's his 240, 245 now? He's batting 245. Yep. Who we calling up for Marsh? Well, we got to see. We got to see. I mean, you think it's Crawford? It would have been Crawford. Maybe it's DeMartini if he's ready. Or do you got to go trade for someone? I'm sick of hearing his name constantly being thrown around the trade market, but Chicago White Sox center fielder Luis Robert Jr. His name's always in trade rumors. Is he worth it? Probably not. He's fast. He'll get you some stolen bases, but is he just another bat? Just like what we're dealing with now with the current roster? Marsh is horrible. Let's not sugar. He is. But on a night like this, when no one else is hitting and he's the only guy, and then he gets hurt, it's just the sign of it's just the way this season. Just the way the season's going to be going. Bohm only player stepping up. Real Muto 2 days in a row hitting. What, 2 for 3? Yeah, he went 2 for 3. So it's the consistency, though. It's the consistency that we're not getting. We're not getting it. Frankie James, what's going on, my man? Legend, don't you know? Don't you know? Great show, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Now, Frankie. Now, if we get some wins, we gotta turn it around. Trey Turner should be leading off. Okay, Michael. All right. I'm wondering, is this what we're gonna get while Bryson's out? Is this gonna be, or not Bryson? Sorry, thinking golf, U.S. Open week with Bryce out, or what? But no, I'm with you. The start leading off experiment is over. Yeah, and I'm glad he got a shot, and I'm glad that he had consistent starts at it, and it wasn't it. It wasn't it. So we'll see. We'll see what moves Thompson. His control was good. What he struck out the next guy after each home run. He had 3 Ks. Rob, his stuff was a tick faster today. Topper resting Kirkland, Strahm, Romano to use his DFA relief, and he's not going to say anything bad, Hubert. He's. It is frustrating. It is frustrating that he gives these. Oh well, he did his best, sort of. No, just call it what it is. The kid had a bad outing. He gave up 3 home runs. Chicago set the tone. Bats didn't give him any support. And it is what it is. His stuff might have been a tick faster, but damn, they were hitting it. Luis Robert batting average 177 and 5 home runs. Hell no in a trade. Yeah, no. He's the only guy I can think though that they can go get. He's definitely not worth it though, because it's just going to what and continue to the problem, adding to the problem. Nick Castellanos is making his 231st consecutive start tonight. That moves him past Jimmy Rollins, and Nick now has the longest streak for the Phillies since Pete Rose back in the 80s. Played 350. Wow, that's awesome. Would have been nice if he was able to move past Jimmy Rollins in a win, Star Wars, but that's cool. Good for Nick. Shows he's healthy, right? Shows that he knows how to stay healthy. But can they get the bats? Does he know how to get the bats consistent? No. Guys, you are watching the Fightins final. Luis Robert is barely worth my shit for years. I like that one. I like that. Guys, you are tuning in right now to the Fightins final on It's a Wrap Sports Network. We've gotten through these comments. Let's get to the Broad Street bottom line. All right. The Broad Street bottom line. Phillies aren't good. This is a 500 ball club. And until they go and add some pieces, this is what we're going to get, folks, against good quality teams. And even lately against bad teams. This is what you're getting. So yeah, the bottom line is until they go add some pieces in the bullpen, I would say they're 2-3 guys short in the bullpen. They need a consistent bat in the middle of the rotation. Could that be Crawford when he's healthy? I don't know. I doubt it. I got a feeling this is just what we're gonna get here. This is what we're gonna get. Night in, night out. Mix in a few wins here, but like I said, average around 500 team. So that's my bottom line tonight. Let's see, Star Wars. He's making his 232nd consecutive start tomorrow. That's awesome. Got to win it. Additional sale and excuse Emporium. Ricky, what's going on, Ricky? Ricky's watching. What's going on? Ricky, Matty B will be up here shortly. He'll be up shortly. So tune in. Michael, his Broad Street bottom line is just fire Robbie and Long. Yeah. Get rid of Dombrowski. Get someone in here who wants to make this team better, who doesn't have this ego of, well, these are the pieces that I put together, and this is my team, and this, I hate that. I hate when GMs and ownership don't want to make moves because they want to see their picks, their signings pan out. Like, it's not working. It hasn't worked. Didn't work last year. As much as I love a win, does last night's win, did that give Robbie a few extra games? But something's gotta give. Something's gotta give. And at this point, the next step, it's gotta be a firing. It's gotta be a firing. So I'm with you, Michael. I'm with you. Ricky, tell Matt I said hi. I will. Will do. I'll pass that along to him. Agree with Michael, Caleb, and all of them. Goodbye. Yeah. Get rid of them all. Get rid of them all. Guys, let's go through let's go around the bases. Let's go around the bases and see what's going on. All right, let's go around the bases and look at some scores, some winning teams. Teams that are doing some winning. The Brewers. Brewers beat the Braves 4-1. Mets get the win over the Nationals in 10 innings, 5-4. Red Sox beat the Rays 3-1. Marlins over the Pirates. The Marlins can beat the Pirates. How about that? Look at that. So the Marlins can get it done versus the Pirates, but the Phillies can't. All right. Marlins win 3-2. Reds shut out the Guardians in a nail biter, 1-0. Tigers 5-3 win over the Orioles, and of course, game we just went over. Cubs get the win over the Phillies, 8-4. Behind what? They gave up what? They had 4 home runs. 4 home runs tonight. The Cubs did. Good for them. In the games that are active now, the Yankees are up big on the Royals in the bottom of the 8th, 10-2. Rangers beating the crap out of the Twins, 16-4 in the bottom of the 8th. The Blue Jays, 10-6 in the bottom of the 9th over the Cardinals. The White Sox are leading the Astros 4-1 in the middle of the 8th. The Giants are losing to the Rockies 3-2, top of the 6th. Athletics and Angels are tied 0-0, bottom 3rd. Dodgers and Padres, same 0-0, bottom 2nd. And the Mariners and Diamondbacks, bottom 3rd. They are also scoreless. So there's some games out there for you baseball junkies to go watch. Let's get into some of these last comments before we wrap up. There are only 2 untouchables, Wheeler and Turner on the Phillies, and one slight untouchable is Sanchez. So you would be okay with getting rid of Schwarber? I don't know. I think he's too good of a commodity. Yeah, I know right now he's not hitting what he was earlier in the year, but I would add Schwarber to that list. I think he's the true leader of this team. And I would add him to this list, but I would agree with you on this list. Michael, who would you trade with Boston? I got to dive deeper. I got to dive deeper into that, Joe. I will let you know though. I'll comment I'll comment on your post personally. The Mets beat the Nats, and now the Phillies are 5 games out. But let's not worry a little. But let's not worry a little bit. They're 5 games out. And it's only gonna continue. They were what? They were a game and a half up in the division. What, 3 weeks ago? And now they're 5 games out. So slipping away, and what, you get a few of these series, you get too many of these series. All the All-Star break is going to do is just put the light even more brighter under the over the Phillies. And then come August, we're not even going to care about the Phillies. It sounds like we're going to be more worried about Eagles preseason than what the Phillies are going to be doing. So I'm out to see him in a few minutes. Yes, sir. Schwarber is walking. Trade him. All right. I was hoping. I hope they lock him up, but it doesn't seem like they're going to do that. So yeah. So I mean, if he's going to walk and they're not going to get something for him, you got to get something for him. And they got to defend the plate. Just as a side comment. Yeah. Too many runs coming through. Too many runs. Schwarber will not be with the Phillies next season. He will be a Cub. Yeah, this he was watching. He was playing against it. That's why he did so poorly tonight, right? That's why he did so. No, I'm just kidding. No, but it'll be a shame. This is gonna be a much different team next year. I promise you that. Probably from top to bottom. But guys, I'm getting ready to wrap up here. Let you know we have what this will be tomorrow. It will not be Mike. I believe it's Big Al. Big Al will be filling in. They did a Wednesday, Friday swap. So make sure you guys are tuning in for that. And then tonight, you got Matty B. Tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday, after the Fightins finals, like always. Thursday, you got me and Pat, the attacking third, talking Union soccer. They got a big one against Charlotte on Saturday, so we'll be talking about that. And then Friday night, of course, you got Pat in the wraparound, leading you into the weekend for you late night folks on Friday. So he'll be wrapping up the week that was, and then leading you guys into the weekend for Sunday, P&M in the AM. Pat and Mike get you going with some good action. Bring your coffee. It gets crazy. With those guys. So I'm going to be wrapping up here. Phillies lose 8-4 versus the Cubs. Let it go in the fifth. Phillies went from 3 games ahead to 5 games back in the blink of an eye. So it's 3 games. Sorry, I had a game and a half. So, but either way, just like that, and they will not be able to just like that get it back, right? So that's the difference. So that's where we're at, folks. Good show. Thank you. Good show. Great show. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good night. Thank you for watching. Ring the bell. Keep ringing the bell. Hopefully.